One, and we are on. Feel It Podcast episode 21 with me today, Mr. Revolution champ, Nitro in the house. What's up, buddy?
Hey, bro, I miss you.
Oh,
How
I
are
miss you too. Well, how can you be in this fucking crazy COVID-19 world? So what's the situation in Hungary, in Budapest?
It's kind of same for 1 or 2 months. I think we are just home and we just go for work and stay at home as much as we can. The gyms are closed, so we are fucked. but it's okay. I try to make the best out of it.
Yeah, it's
watching a lot of wrestling, watching a lot of old tapes from the 80s, 90s. So that keeps my mind fresh, wrestling wise.
Yeah. So what about what's the last time you wrestled? Because I know some of you Hungarian guys went to Austria or whatever. So when is the last time you wrestled?
I wrestled on underground tapings.
Gotcha.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. It was like super strict, like no crowd, not even the students, nobody. So it's gonna be a little bit buzzkill on the next show because there's not gonna be a crowd. And it's like WWE does with WrestleMania. Like we made a couple of matches after each other, and you just came to the dojo, wrestled, and leave. So we kept the stuff as on minimum.
Yeah. I mean, this will pass. Like all the other things in life, this will pass as well. I just can't believe it's been like almost a year now that we live in this crazy quarantine life. It's crazy to think about.
Crazy. Yeah, from March, I think.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same. Yeah, it's kind of the same. How about you? And how about in Croatia?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we are in a lockdown right now. Like bars, gyms are closed. Like shopping malls are open. All the people are going shopping. It's no problem. But you can train.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. It's just like hypocritical. But yeah, who cares? I mean, politics are politics. Even if you have like a dictatorship or you have democracy, you can have both ways. I mean, if this was dictatorship like China, we would be out of COVID-19 probably. But it's tricky to be a politician these days. But Croatia is fucked up. At least I'm getting financed by government at this point just to stay home and do nothing. So.
Oh, that's cool. That sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I was open in September, October to mid-November with my gym, but people didn't want to train because they were afraid they're going to get infected or whatever. So it was the same for me. I was losing money in that period. So for me, it's even better this time. So I'm just staying home, playing video games and podcasting and making a living.
It's time to relax. Yeah. After a couple of years of wrestling and traveling a lot, it's not the worst thing it happened, but I'm kind of get bored in it.
Yeah.
but it's not the worst thing because you start to appreciate what you have and what you've done. But it's almost time to leave or stop COVID now because I want to travel and wrestle in front of people again.
Yeah, I mean, dude, let me tell you, I don't miss traveling one bit. Like, I still don't miss it.
I heard about your traveling stories in Germany, I think.
Oh, man. The last podcast with Tristan, it's always the same with me. Like, wherever I go, I need to take like 3-4 flights. Apparently, Croatian people don't like to travel directly anywhere, so...
So it's really complicated.
Yeah, in 3 years of wrestling, so until 2019, I had like 117 flights in 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because you're counting like for one booking, it's like 3-4.
It's like 4 to 6 flights for one booking. It's just.
You're always touring.
Yeah.
Even with one booking as well.
Exactly. Like I need to. This was it. Like I need to go to Germany, so I need to go Zagreb, Gothenburg, Sweden, Amsterdam, Nuremberg, Berlin, or shit, buddy.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm getting old for that.
That's too much of this word. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What I wanted to ask you, what's going on with Bloody November show?
Yeah, so it's cancelled. So the first time ever in the HCW and Bloody November's history, it's just not happening. This is the worst part, because we try to do at least the Bloody November, because it's tradition. It is a number like Bloody November 11, but COVID interfered.
Yeah, I saw David really did pull all the strings to make it happen, but you just can't.
At one point, At one point, it looked like we will have the show for in front of 200 people, because you could have every 3 seats.
Yeah.
So it's the attendance is like 600, so we could have 200.
Mm-hmm.
But after 1 week of this the situation, they had this entertainment and every kind of thing stopped.
Dude, this is crazy. I mean, in Croatia, you can still go to theater and cinemas, and the reason why you can, the government says, because they don't have a big attendance right now. People don't want to go, so you can go. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, it's not too logical, but yeah.
I mean, it's the same with the gyms during Christmas time. It's not like we are shoveling people outside, like it's too many of them. No one's training Christmas time, and they still closed all the gyms down.
Yeah, there's no logic in there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, even like exercising in the open, you can't exercise in the open in groups. What the fuck, man? Like, what's a group?
Yeah. Like, what number is the limit outside?
You just can't. You just can't stay together. Yeah,
okay.
No groups. So. And I saw some group of Chinese tourist people, 15 of them playing soccer at the place we trained in outside. If you remember when you guys were here,
I remember.
Makes zero sense. Like, how can these Chinese dudes train soccer and we can't even do nothing? Like, it's tiring.
It's really weird. That is really weird. There is no logic in there. So
it's
team sports and individual sports, and so they all have this different rule, or I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are you doing to keep yourself busy these days?
Not so much, because at the first lockdown I had my I brought a lot of weights, so it's like over 100 kilos, so it's already in my flat, so I could use them. But at the first lockdown, it was okay, like, to keep myself fresh, and I need to be in shape every time. But for the second time, I totally lost my motivation, so I haven't lifted any of these weights. I think I did a couple of push-ups or arm workouts just to pump up, but I'm not so motivated right now.
Yeah, so. No workouts of the day, just pumping meathead training these days.
Yeah. The best I can do is intermittent fasting. Yeah. And I donate after 8, so it's like my breakfast is at noon, so I ate until 8 p.m. and that's it. And
that's a good shit.
Yeah, the best thing I can do is not to get fat.
Yeah. I actually got fat during the last lockdown, and I did intermittent fasting. I did it the way, like, I would eat anything, whatever, one day, and the other day I wouldn't eat up until dinner time.
Oh, okay.
So, and 1 month and belly fat was gone, man. It was.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it, like reboot system. I liked it, but it's just not good if you are. I still, as I'm the gym owner, I can still go to my gym, and if you do fasting and then go deadlifting, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Yeah, because you don't have too much calories, and you can train on the empty stomach. You can do cardio. It's okay, but with big weights, it doesn't work. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you this because I spoke with some of the artists and wrestlers during this lockdown. Do you have this feeling that your body is looking for a showtime moment? I wanted to say, like, we get used to getting outside and being in front of the crowd, and that moment when your music hits, like that feeling everything's gonna explode, the world is gonna be that moment
yeah.
we are not having it anymore, but your body kind of get used to it. So what happened with me would be like anything out of the ordinary. If I go to some other store, other shop, or I take my car to mechanics, my body would feel like, okay, this is something different. This is probably it. This is showtime again. Ooh. And I would be so anxious about going to mechanic. I would be like, what the fuck is going on with me? I'm like so pumped to go to. I'm like, oh, adrenaline rushing and everything. Do you have something like this or?
Yeah, it's a really interesting situation. Maybe maybe you're talking about the muscle memory or
Probably something like that. My
probably,
system is
because,
remembering the shit.
because your body gets used to this adrenaline feelings and situations, and I think it's like it can get ready in a couple of seconds or minutes. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you miss that feeling of being in danger and everything. Like everything that's
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, everything out of the ordinary, like, because you get used to, okay, today I'm gonna wake up at noon, I'm gonna go on my couch, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna go there, dude.
Yeah, there's nothing is risky anymore, just boring weekdays.
Yeah. Man. Let's talk about the previous life right now. So as I remember, or as I learned, you are the first HCW student, is that right?
Yeah, one of the first students, but I am the first who made his debut. Yeah. After kind of 8 months of training, I think.
What year was this that you started?
I'm sorry?
What year did you start training?
What year? 2010.
10 years ago, dude.
Yeah.
I'm nice.
Having my anniversary. 10 years soon, very soon, because I made my debut in 2011.
Okay.
So
yeah,
from 2010 September, I trained until 2011 May. That was my first official match.
And against who was the match?
It was a tag match.
Okay.
With two guys who already retired from HCW, Murloc and 8-Ball. Yeah. you don't know them, I think.
No.
Because
no.
you came after them, after they retired. So, and my training partner, Poison. That was the name of his Poison. You're laughing about these gimmick things. Yeah.
I love that old stuff, like beginning.
Old stuff, yeah, because like we had we had our just backyard names. I was Nitro, like Poison, Nitro, 8-Ball, Murloc, like one word names, because in Hungary it's really weird to have a professional wrestler and with our crazy Hungarian surnames and names, it's really weird for us. But when someone from another country came to Hungary, you have really cool names. Why don't you
exactly?
use them?
That's how I feel. Yeah.
So, yeah. After this backyardish name, we started using our real name in other promotions outside of Hungary.
Yeah, that's smart. So when did the HCW start? What year was that?
2010.
2010, and you are the following.
I missed a couple of shows. I think 1, 2, and I actually made my debut on the third show.
So how did you find out about HCW? How did you start training with those guys? How did that happen?
There was a wrestling forum in Hungary.
Okay.
And I saw this this opportunity to train for a wrestler, because I already saw the first the first HCW match, because it was on a boxing event. It was just a pre-show match, or I don't know what. It was before the boxing matches. They put mats, like I think amateur wrestling mats, in the boxing ring, because there was no pro wrestling ring in Hungary. So that was the start with Icarus, Dover, Laszlo Arpad, and Jayhawk. I think that was the first match. So I saw this tag team match, and I said, okay, I want to do this. And actually, I went to this event to let's see if I could do this, because
Okay.
I was so curious. So is it for me or not? And I so enjoyed it, and I decided immediately that I want to join this group. So after
Nice. I love this.
yeah. After I saw this thing on the forum, like you can train as a professional wrestler, so I just started. It went really good, like for the first time, because I was a big fan since the age of 8, and I always try to do all these moves at home by myself, because I didn't have a friend, not even one, who can understand or I can talk about wrestling with. So
Yeah. You were a soccer boy, right?
yeah, because there was nothing else to do in that age. Because what can I do? I can't be a pro wrestler at the age of 8. So
Yeah.
especially if there is no such a thing as pro wrestling in Hungary.
So let's go way back even before that. So what was your first memory of wrestling? How did you become a fan?
Okay, I've just started watching TV on Friday nights.
Yeah.
After the Cartoon Network, there was the WCW show.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are same.
Yeah. And I just saw I had a big Jean-Claude Van Damme mania, like Jean-Claude
shit.
Van Damme. And, yeah,
Fuck yeah.
I actually did Shotokan karate.
Oh really?
For,
Cool.
8 months. Yeah, just little long term, short term, but it was cool because of Jean-Claude Van Damme and the movies.
I love that
And,
coke head.
Yeah, and I saw this after Cartoon Network on TNT. There was a there was a WCW Monday Nitro, and I saw a match with Ric Flair and Diamond Dallas Page.
Jesus.
That was my first match in '97 August, I think, because there was a delay with the WCW shows. The Monday shows, it went on air on the European TNT on Fridays. So there was a 5 days delay. So I could catch this match. And after this match, the next match was Lex Luger, Hulk Hogan, title change for the world title. Actually, that was the
Remembers
100.
everything.
Yeah, I remember because I watched it back a lot of times because I figured it out. That was the 100th episode of Nitro. So
Jesus.
that's how my nickname goes. So
Wow. I actually never thought about it that way. Wow. Fuck
what a
yeah.
surprise.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, makes sense now. Yeah, I loved it. Like, very romantic nickname if you look at it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, it was my name on the forum, and everyone just called me Nitro. It's
Yeah.
okay. So what's gonna be your ring name? Nitro.
Nitro.
That was it. Like, okay. Our first thought process was when we started wrestling that we're never gonna go outside of Hungary. So why should I have a serious name? Nitro. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And after
That's
a couple
enough.
of months, we find out ourselves in Belgium and Holland and everywhere. And oh God, it's getting serious now.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you next. So what was the first country that you wrestled outside Hungary, and what year was this? Because you made your debut in 2019. No, 11?
11? Yeah. 11,
And then, you started... When did you start wrestling outside?
Outside, my first booking outside of Hungary was in Poland in
Oh,
2013. I think two years later.
2 years later. Nice.
Years later.
Cool. So how many countries did you wrestled in so far?
12.
12 countries. And outside of Europe, it's the States, right? And that's it? Or...
States, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so how would you say, what's the difference between wrestling in States and in Europe for you? What was the difference?
There was no actual difference. The difference was in the crowd. The crowd understood everything. They were like fans from the young age, I think. So they are hardcore wrestling fans. They did understand everything, like reacting to everything. They were fanatics. Like this was we had really good crowds over there. So it you could feel it like it's something natural in the country, because in Hungary it's like, oh, it's wrestling. We call it pankráció,
Yeah.
this weird word. It's like not even exist, this word like pro wrestling. And in the US, we were like home, like, okay, this is the home of professional wrestling, and you could feel it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
So, how would you say the workers are, not just the crowd? I mean, do you think workers are better in the US or in Europe? Or
I
is
think
it
a
any
little bit,
difference?
little bit better, I think, in the US, because they have more opportunity to wrestle. So everyone I worked, they have more matches than I did. So it's like when I said like, okay, I'm almost 10 years in the business and I only had 220 matches. Like,
Yeah.
okay, they are just looking like, okay, so yeah. For them, it's easier because if you have one territory, you can wrestle 3-4 times a week at least.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
You don't need to drive a lot.
Yeah.
And if you're like really busy, yeah, you can have a lot of matches. So
Yeah.
I think that's the difference. They have more opportunity to wrestle, in a lot of states. So that's cool. The experience.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what I like about HCW and about Hungarians is like that chip on the shoulder, because it's like it's the same for me because there's no wrestling here, and I guess it's kind of similar for you guys, that we in this area are always feeling neglected and ignored, I guess. And just because you are feeling ignored, you want to do so much better. And it actually shows in every HCW show. I mean, when I first came to HCW, I was like, there was some weird energy with you guys. You guys were so fucking hungry to have some recognition. I was like, dude, this fucking gives me chills, because everywhere else you go, it's like, just wrestling. But no, with those motherfuckers in HCW, I came there and everyone's have his chips on the shoulder, goes in there like wants to prove himself. I fucking loved it. Like, you guys are so hungry. That's what I like about Hungary. Hungarians.
Yeah. It's a really good thing. Yeah, we are so passionate about things because we had a really hard road, I think, to make
for sure, man.
wrestling in Hungary. Yeah, so we started with this crazy hardcore stuff to make wrestling legit. It's a really weird way, but it worked.
I understand it.
Yeah, because they thought that this American wrestling, we know this theater stuff,
pussies.
but the Hungarians are real. So the Hungarian wrestling is real because you can see the blood and the wounds. So yeah, that was the first step to make it legit.
Yeah, because there's a good point if most of you guys, good guys like you, like Icarus, like Dover, like Renegade, like up-and-coming guys, Boulder Brown, BT, Tihani, like Zafar, if you guys were based in UK, if you guys started from UK from the day one, you guys would be in NXT UK right now. Like, no questions asked. But just because it's the other part of the world, but that's the reason why it's so magical. Like, it shows.
This is our little empire. Like, we have to work 3 times better than
exactly.
The guys who are born into a wrestling dynasty or wrestling territory. Yeah. So that's the feeling, and this is why we try to make our best matches every show.
Yep. And that's what
as the old saying goes, you are only as good as your last match. So we keep that in mind.
Always. And that's what I talk with Tristan Archer. Like, for me, yes, this is a business, but I always look at it as a sport and as a competition. And every time I go inside, I am competing. Not against the guy I wrestled against, but that my show that I'm booked on needs to be the best show that day in Europe, in the world.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. Like, you bet your ass I'm competing for the best show award. Like, every time. And, and this is like collectively what I feel with HCW. Like, each time you go there, they want to do the best show. So, props. That's what I like HCW.
You try to give 100% every time. Yeah,
and even like openers make sense. Main events are always the biggest. And I must say that was kind of more, not now, but in the era where you were the champ. That era of HCW for me was like the best era as a model of pro wrestling show, because you had like solid workers from top to bottom. Opener do this, popcorn match does this, main event with Nitro was always the big one against some foreign stars, and this is how it should be. Like, everyone remembers the main event. The rest of the show just needs to prepare the crowd for the main event, and the main event is like big shit.
Sometimes we had to tell about these guys, like, don't do too much in the first matches, because it's gonna be too much for the show, and the crowd's gonna be tired before the main event. So
not good.
That was our big goal, to find the balance, and I think it's getting better. It's getting better now in the last couple of years.
Yeah, and what you guys have special is the HCW Dojo, which is the Pro Wrestling Academy, and I might say the best in Europe, with maybe including WXW Academy, of course, that is heritage-wise like super rich. And other than that, it's just you guys, WXW and HCW. I don't know any other pro wrestling academies in Europe that can actually make sustainable pro wrestling. Like, what do you think?
That's a good point. WXW Academy is fantastic. We went there in last March with the guys. I think we were 10 of us. It was a really good experience, and it's of course it's a really big mainstream wrestling academy. And our dojo is kind of special again, because it's like an underground, hidden stuff, and filled with passion. So it's really good, because we have this dojo, and almost every day there's a training in there, if there's no COVID.
How many students do you guys have?
I think, I don't want to say anything stupid, but we have like a beginner class. It's like super basic, a beginner, intermediate, and an advanced. So let's say like it's kind of 20 people in every. Maybe it's less, but let's say it's like 50 to 60. It's always there. So
like core group.
Guys are taking time off, and the guys are always changing after, especially in the basics and the first group. So it's like 50, 60, but they are really passionate, and they really love wrestling.
Nice. And how many girls do you guys have? Because you recently Audrey Bride retired, and this strong chick, what's the name of the chick, also retired, I guess. That was with Goulash Brothers. She also
Irene.
Retired, right? Irene. Yes, Irene. Sorry, Irene.
So now we have Emesha. And I think they are now in the advanced group. So we have like 2-3 girls who can get really close to the fire. So they are almost there. I think they need a couple of more months, and they can make it to the main show, I think, or underground first and then go to the main show, because Emesha needs a challenger. So
exactly,
just keep pushing the girls.
Yeah, hopefully one day you guys gonna have the women's championship belt right there.
Yeah. We really hope about this division, because we never have one.
Yeah, so, I mean, no one does. Like,
no one does.
Yeah, women's divisions. Maybe in Germany they have it, but they are flying a lot of chicks from outside to wrestle there. So I don't know.
In Belgium, in Pro Wrestling All Stars, where I wrestle a lot, there's a women's division, which is really good, because they are always having girls from England and Germany and everywhere. Audrey was the champion there for a long time. Yeah, so it's really good. But usually it's really rare if you have a women's division in Europe.
I want to talk to you about Bloody November, because the last time you guys had Bloody November show, It was a special night. Like
Yeah.
it was like end of an era moment, and leading up to the moment to the tag team match, Arrows and Budapest Bastards, there was. It was like one of the historical matches I witnessed. It was like something was special in the air during that match. So
Yeah.
what I had a sense that you guys will not be as hardcore as you guys were before, or what's your plan for the upcoming Bloody November? Not so bloody, or what's up?
Yeah, we try to eliminate the dangerous stuff. It's like what are unpredictable, like the glass and the light tubes. They are so unpredictable.
I support that. Yeah.
Yeah. When they break. Yeah. I think
No need for that.
Yeah. I think we try to keep this thing in like TV hardcore, like you have on TV, like classic hardcore. Thumbtacks at least, I think, but nothing unpredictable, like no glasses, no light tubes, no
Yeah, that's no
any other
joke.
sadistic things. So yeah, we'll see. But we decided last year that we're not gonna do any hardcore, but and here comes COVID-19. So in our mind, it's getting the chip on our shoulder is getting back again. So
It's getting bigger actually.
yeah. It's a funny story again. So we'll see, because
Oh, man. Please don't.
It was a crazy year, and how can a wrestler put everything behind
Yeah.
with the crazy performance? And thank God there was no Blood November this year, because we could do really crazy shit like
Yeah,
nothing
man, dude. I remember when I was starting in HCW, and I was like, okay, this Bloody November, okay, I love this federation, but that Bloody November show is like, I hope I will not be attending that one. And yeah, year after Thumbtacks match, and I'm like, okay, I'll do this, but I'm not gonna do the next one. Yeah, but I'm in luck. I just did the blading jobs and Thumbtacks and nothing super serious as a fucking glass match and shit like that. So I'm thankful.
Yeah.
I'm thankful.
Yeah, unless
Okay.
it has a story and it has it makes sense. I like
Yeah.
hardcore only once a year, because I'm not a big fan anymore. But if you have just one weapon or one thing, and you can build your match around this one, it could work.
Yeah.
Especially like a tables match or a thumbtack match. Use it only once, but I don't like these sadistic matches with no logic or no psychology. Yeah, so
Yeah, those death matches, no.
Less is more again.
Less is more. Less is
Yeah.
more. Fucking less is more. I'll never understand that shit, but we're gonna
Yeah.
keep it out of it. Dude. What I wanted to ask.
Yeah, in hardcore wrestling, less is more. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I agree 100%. I wanted to talk to you about the fucking belt system. I always talk with my pro wrestling guests with the belt system, and that's actually something that France has. Oh, dude, sorry. I need to apologize for a second. I'm drunk as fuck right now. I just realized it. I might be getting... I might be getting crazy right here. So maybe my
that's
sentence
cool.
don't make any sense no more from this point on, but yeah, I'll try to keep it normal.
Okay.
Yeah, when I spoke with Bernard Van Dam and Tristan Archer, it's
Yeah.
something similar to belt system. They have this rope system. If you're like beginner, you have a yellow rope, orange rope, red rope, blue, and the black rope. Like just like in jiu-jitsu or whatever the sport, you have the
Yeah.
ropes when you train pro wrestling. So depending on the show, they say like, okay, for this show we only allow blue and black rope, so everyone below can do it. So I fucking love this idea, like that we need something that makes us push harder on training. But because as you guys know in dojo, some of the guys stop training and they still expect to be on the shows. Fuck no, motherfucker. You want to train? It would be nice if like you're training pro wrestling for 10 years. It would be nice for you to be like a brown belt or one step away from a black belt in pro wrestling. That would be fucking awesome for you. And I believe we need something like this in pro wrestling to make it credible as a sport. What do you think?
Yeah. That's a really good idea. Like, make it credible. Like, just show a sign that where is your level is what high is your level,
Exactly.
or your experience, like this. Yeah, and we talked about a lot about youngsters, like you wouldn't allowed green guys into the ring until they have these exams or
Exactly.
all the basics, and someone with a big experience said, okay, you can go now. So this could be really interesting, and there's a really good system. It could work, like, yeah.
'Cause- yeah.
I'm absolutely behind this. Like, I don't really want green guys to injure in a spot. So yeah, before they get the actual basics of wrestling. So that's kind of good. How does it work with Tristan and Bernard?
It's like a Eurostars wrestling, some old school federation in France.
Yeah,
But
and is it for trainees?
yes, for trainees and everyone that works for the organization. So it's
Yeah.
not for the outside talents coming in, just for the guys that are training, and they're like, okay, we have a big show this weekend, guys. Only black ropes.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
That's really good. Really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so, because I believe wrestling needs to be like a license. Like you need to have like a license to wrestle.
Yeah.
That would be good. And if you go outside and you are carrying the green belt with you, like, okay, so the promoter knows what to expect from you. Okay, you're a green belt. Yeah, let me show it. Like if you show you're good, then your organization and your dojo is good, is credible. If you suck as a green belt, for say, your whole dojo sucks. And it brings like a level of respect that you need to carry on your shoulder to make it credible. And I believe because we have so much fakers in the wrestling business, so many backyarders. And I believe we need something to separate ourselves from the backyarders and the guys who really want to do this shit. So
Yeah, exactly.
this is something I told Renegade, like, when I start pro wrestling in Croatia, my guys will be like, okay, motherfucker, once you are a blue belt, then you can have a debut. Not until then. Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
In Hungary, it's like we have this group system, so only who reach the advanced group level, they can make their debut on the underground show. And if you're good on the underground show, you can have your debut on the big show. So it's without belts, but it's kind of same system. Like we're not gonna grab jobbers from the intermediate group just to bump, and no, you have to earn it. So, but we are in a good situation, or a fortunate situation, because Dover and Icarus and the rest of the guys are making really good out of these guys, and I wish I could have a debut like they had, like Peter, Tihani, like they were ready before the debut match, and I was like just. I made my debut after 8 months, but it was I was kind of ready, but not in the mind. Our mind physically I was ready because I could bump and I wasn't dangerous, but our mindset was in a really low level. So I think under 8-10 years of experience, you can see wrestling in another way. So. Yeah. So they have really nice debuts nowadays because they took their time. So it was like intermediate, advanced, underground, big show, and now you can prove yourself.
So if we had a belt system, it would be like beginners would be white belts, intermediate would be like blue belts or whatever, advanced would be like green belts, and it's actually good because you could have like this old ceremony, okay, having the belt. But for me personally, I would be like. I would stay hungry if I knew that I need to keep working to get to another milestone in my career. As okay, I want to get to a green belt right now. I'm pushing forward. Now I'm a green belt. I want to keep working, because this is, at the end of the day, this is the key. You need to be the black belt in pro wrestling. That's all we want to do. No WWEs, no New Japans. That's all cool and fancy. But at the end of the day, the goal is be a master, be a black belt pro wrestler. That's what we need to do. Yeah. I really hope we do it one day. It makes it credible, and it's easier for sponsorship to get inside for the athlete to sponsor someone if someone is a black belt in some sport. I mean, why do fucking Aikido guys have a sponsorship money? Who the fuck gives a fuck about Aikido, guys? That shit don't work anywhere. It's the same shit as pro wrestling. It's not effective in a real fight. No way, bro. Like, I can DDT you just as quick as some Aikido guy can do some Hotcha Steven Seagal shit on you. Like, fuck those guys.
yeah. So yeah, we could measure our experience on these belts. So that could really work.
We're gonna change the game. We're gonna change the game.
Yeah. We're gonna change the game. Yeah.
What's your favorite drink?
Whiskey?
What?
How's the whiskey?
Oh, it's fucking perfect. Jack Daniels this is still normal one. I want to buy that fire with cinnamon for the Christmas season, but yeah, I'm lazy.
Nice. Yeah,
I just.
Festive.
Oh
I
yeah.
like your shirt, like nice Santa.
Yeah.
It's a badass Santa.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
That's the N-word Santa, I think. Yeah, it's actually he's actually brown. He's a halahila Santa.
Oh, cool.
That's politically fucked up, but who gives a fuck right now?
I love you, bro.
Love you too, brother. What's your favorite drink to have? So you go outside.
Yeah, I'm not a big drinker, but let's see. Tequila. I like tequila.
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 Not a
Tequila.
big drinker. Tequila. Fuck.
Yeah, just next to beer. I need something next to my beer.
First of all, dude.
I really don't like the taste of alcohol, so I always end up with a huge cocktail which has the biggest quantity of alcohol. So
fuck
like zombie or
man, Long Islands and shit like that.
yeah.
Dude, first of all,
I don't like the taste of alcohol. Sometimes I like vodka with something fruits in there. So
you might
cool.
be the only Hungarian that I believe that is not a drinker. You might be the only one, because all the rest of those guys, party animals, motherfuckers.
We are a really big alcohol country. Yeah, alcoholic country.
Yeah, first, and you guys are drinking Jaeger with milk and whiskey with milk. Am I right, or am I getting this wrong?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm just shaking my head because it's true. Yeah.
Because I thought you guys were kidding when you guys were at my place here in Zadar. You and David, and he goes like, okay, let's have whiskey and you do have some milk. I was like, he's probably fucking with me.
Yeah, we already tried it with Dover. Dover was the inventor. So yeah. So and you don't say no for Dover. Like, here is it. You drink it. That's it. So it was fun because it neutralized the taste of this unicum or
man,
Jaeger.
that's terrible. Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah,
but
actually I like Palinka because it's really strong Hungarian.
Yeah. Ron Corvus always tries to give me some of that shit. I'm not having it, bro. I just That's the manliest man ever.
Yeah, Palinka. I remember we wrestled at GWP in Germany, and even MVP had the taste of it because Corvus said like, "Hey MVP, here's this Palinka from Hungary. You should taste it." And it was really good. Or he said so. So,
dude, I really thought that whiskey and milk was a joke up until we went to Svarog Bar. So me, you, and Renegade, we went outside to have some clubbing, good time, blah 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 here in Zadar.
Yeah.
And we were at the dance floor, and the Renegade goes to the bar, and I'm seeing him with my peripheral vision, and I see that huge guy leaning over the bar, and he's like, "Have some whiskey, and do you have some milk?" I fucking laughed my ass off. I was like, "That guy is not fucking joking."
Yeah, who's this guy?
Who the fuck?
Is he ready for the bedtime milk or what?
What's the milk for, motherfucker?
Yeah.
I fucking love that. Yeah. Oh, dude, let me throw you a curveball. Time machine talk right now.
Yeah?
I wanna talk with this shit.
Now.
Okay, what if you have a time machine and you can go wherever you want to see it, to check it out? How was it like and where was it like? So where would you go and when would you go to see it? Like you can find out some mystery, like go to book depository when Kennedy was shot or something. Where would you go? When would you go?
Where would you go? Where would I go?
Whenever time in history or future.
Okay, it needs to be a specific thing or just basically?
Whatever.
Whatever. Because I would go back as an adult to the 90s. Because I think at the end of the 90s, it was the best years in professional wrestling. So
yeah,
that's it. I like the attitude and the WCW era. So I was too young to realize it that this is a really good time.
Okay.
And I think that will be the time around 97, 98, 99 until 2000. That's it. Somewhere in America, and just have the feelings like it could be really good, like being a grown man in the 90s. I was too young then.
So you'd say you are born like 20 years
89.
too late.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. How about you? With this time machine stuff.
I spoke with my fiance and she had a good answer. She wanted to go to Jerusalem to see if Jesus did exist and stuff like that. And I was like,
nice.
That's a good fucking answer.
Yeah, that's a really good answer.
Because I was thinking like maybe like pyramids or the first colonies or I don't know, moon landing, to go on the moon to see if those motherfuckers really did go there.
Yeah.
But that's actually a good question, like the age-old question of Jesus and everything. Imagine if we can find out the truth for sure. It would be so crazy. I mean, the craziest shit would be if we found out Jesus was black. Then the world would fucking go bananas.
Yeah.
He probably was.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, she won this question. Yeah, that's the best thing. That's the best time to go there. Yeah, to go back.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I liked also Italian Dream's answer. He wanted to go to like Martin Luther King days with the black movement and everything, with him being... that's actually also cool.
Yeah.
Cool answers. But yeah, as you said, like 90s, and you can see... And what I remember about 90s, about pro wrestling, is WCW ring sound. That ring sound is... That's the best. Those wooden pallets. Oh, that ring sound is
music to our ears.
Oh, nothing like it. This today doesn't even feel right. Like shit, what's up with that?
Yeah. Actually, the 90s, I think the 80s and the 90s, there was a golden age for music, for movies and wrestling.
I agree.
Yeah. So this is it. So I just want to go back to the 80s and 90s and have fun.
Yeah, I said like I should be born in 50s. That was the best time, I guess. Like
50s,
you are born in 50s, like you are 10 years old when 60s come about, and you're like 19 when the Manson killing start and the Kennedy assassination start, and you're all into conspiracy theories and all into drugs in 60s, 70s come like all the smoking. You're like 30 years old-ish. Star Wars comes in and it's a game changer in the movies. All the good fucking blues and rock music is going on. 80s are coming on. You can sell everything in the 80s. You're like 30 years old or whatever, 40. You can do any business you want in the 80s. Everyone is buying shit in the 80s. And 90s come about, baggy clothes start, fanny packs. That's a dead mode right there. That's a dead mode.
True.
Yeah, I like that period. It's a good time. But yeah, fuck it. We live in 2020 when people are TikToking and Instagram shitting. And
don't even mention about it.
Oh man, it's so hard. You have these YouTubers, boxers, and shit! Fucking almost fell off my chair, man, dude.
It's all because 2020. Yeah. So it's weird times,
man.
Maybe it's just really hard because we don't know where we're heading. So the future is really insecure or unsure.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I love the 90s and 80s.
Fuck. Dude, let me hit you up with some fan questions right now.
Okay.
Let's try this shit. First one. What is your favorite movie?
Oh, nice. I have a lot of favorite movies. That's the original, the first answer. Who you can give? My very first, very best movie as I saw. Let's say I really like the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it because I read about these Manson killings a lot, like for hours, and I was well prepared for the movie, and I was laughing my ass off at the finish. So it was really cool.
Yeah.
I like I like Heat with Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. I think that's the best action movie of all time.
Fuck.
I really liked in this category again Running.
Mm-hmm.
Running is really good. Everything from the 90s. I really like Die Hard 1 and 2, but the third one was the best. So let's say Die Hard movies, and a lot more. So I'm a really big movie geek. So I'm always watching movies. So it's really hard to. I really like Forrest Gump. And that's 1994 was a magical year in the movies.
Yeah.
Because there was like Shawshank Redemption and Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction.
Good luck really giving the Oscars.
Yeah. I'm a huge Tarantino fan. I really love all of his movies. So yeah. And how about you?
My favorite all time is Braveheart. I fucking love Mel Gibson and
one of my favorites too.
Jesus, that guy is something else for me. But you mentioned the Manson killings. I'm reading a book right now that's called Chaos: The Truth About Manson Killings. That's written by Tim O'Neill. It's a newer book. It actually came out last year ago, and it goes down the rabbit hole with Manson being a part of CIA and everything. Did you maybe read the book? I recommend this shit because first book that was Helter Skelter, right? From Bugliosi dude that was the lawyer that actually was on the fucking Manson killing. What's the I'm missing a English word because I'm drunk, but yeah, like
that's okay. I understand.
He was appointed a case in the court for the Manson killing, the Bugliosi, and he wrote a book about the Helter Skelter, but he was protecting too many people, including the Melcher that was the producer of the Beach Boys, and that guy knew about because he was the owner of the house that Sharon Tate was killed in, Melcher, and he actually he says that he and his wife left that house because they were scared of the housekeeper, of a maid. There was some fat maid working for them, and instead of firing her, they chose to leave the house.
Oh,
that's actually fucked up. And it's so many details. You have this fucking CIA agent that was like incognito, part of the clan of the Manson family, and he was actually undercover, just studying those guys. And there was like a CIA operation that actually arrested whole Manson family, all 30 people, found all kinds of drugs, all kinds of weapons, money, everything. They arrest them all, and the next day they all let go to the freedom. Yeah. Because FBI said, dude, LAPD, this is our business. Just let them go. Dude, you need to check that book out. It's Chaos from Tim O'Neill. I'll send you the picture. It's I'm in the 6th chapter. It goes down the rabbit hole. So amazing. Because that guy that wrote the book, he was actually investigating for 30 years the whole fucking case. Oh my god. Huge project. Okay. Until we go, I don't want to go into conspiracies here because it's gonna.
But it's really it sounds really interesting. So all about still details.
Because that Bugliosi dude that actually wrote the book and he was the lawyer at the case, he's actually lawyer also at the Kennedy assassination, and he was dirty as fuck. That dude was always in case of some big cases like Kennedy assassination, Manson killings. In the 60s, he got all the huge cases because he was on a payroll probably by the FBI. So,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Nice.
I fucking love that shit. I love that shit, man. Okay, let's keep it up. Who is your who do you wrestle next? I guess who is your next opponent? I don't know how to. I don't know.
Who's my next? Actually, I know it.
Oh, you do?
It's gonna be on Underground, Ozzy Spencer.
Okay, so this is a Hungarian question. So Ozzy Spencer versus
Spoiler
Nitro.
alert, because we already had the footage. So
Okay.
it's gonna be published in next couple of weeks.
Okay, cool. Because this one will be air like before Christmas in 5-6 days. This episode, I don't know. We'll see.
Next Monday or the week after. We'll see.
Nice. Okay. Next one, Tamas.
Yeah.
Which one is the best music to dance at the after parties?
Really good questions. I like all of them. If you have proper alcohol intake, you can move. You
Like
can
I
move
do.
to everything. I remember we celebrate your championship winning with pole dancing.
Oh yeah, that actually happened. What the fuck?
That actually happened. Yeah, you and me. Actually, the Ironman match wasn't over in the ring. We continued it in the bar with pole dancing contest, and that was fun.
I need to tell you guys a story. So, when I won my title, we went to what's the name of the bar?
I don't even remember, but it's okay.
What's the name of that dude from American Pie? It's like Stifler Bar.
Stifler Bar, yeah.
Stifler Bar, yeah, Stifler Bar. Yeah. So, me and Roland are playing pool. And fucking Benji comes around. And he's like, do you want me to put this ball in with my dick? I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. He jumps on the pool table, takes his dick out, and he slams the pool ball in the hole. And I was like, dude, you're not wearing any underwear. This was the funniest part about it. I wasn't shocked that Benji jumped on the pool table. I was okay with that, but that motherfucker he had jeans on and no underwear like a fucking porn star. And I was like, what the fuck, man?
Porn star gear. It's nothing surprised me about Benji.
Yeah, I was looking at Roland and he was just watching at his phone. He was like it was normal for him like to see Benji jumping on a pool table. But that fucking Stifler Bar, that's amazing shit. And the night progresses and there's actually a fucking pole for pole dancing right in the middle of the bar. What the fuck is that shit? Next thing you know, Hungarians start taking their shirts off and shit and dancing around the pole. I'm like, only in Budapest.
Yeah. Just a proper after party,
Proper art, pretty much, yeah. Okay, let's move on. Okay, how was it like to be the face of HCW for 2 years and be in main events with popular indie wrestlers?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Actually, it was really good. Really good. I really enjoyed it. Actually, this 2017 was the best year of my life, career-wise, because I got the chance to wrestle with guys like Damo, Matt Cross, Tristan, Johnny Moss, David Starr. So it was really a successful year. I really enjoyed it. Alexander James in Belgium. So that was the best year in wrestling for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. That was like so. This question is coming from a guy that's coming all the way from Serbia, Montenegro, and there are a lot of Serbian fans coming to Budapest to see you guys wrestle, and Montenegro guys to see you guys wrestle. It's amazing stuff. And as you said, like 2017, just like I mentioned before in the podcast, that was I think the golden era for me when you wrestled all these Matt Crosses and everyone. Like when you was not the best but it was fucking amazing. Like it was a good time to be a wrestler.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yep. Cool. Okay, let's move on. Do. There's a question that we're gonna skip that one. Do you have any tattoos? Do you have any
No.
tattoos now? Are you thinking of getting
I'm
tattoos?
Tattoo-free. I'm old school tattoo free because I don't know. I'm not sure about anything. What's really important to put on my body?
Yeah.
I'm a classic guy, so it's not really a priority for me.
Yeah. Cool.
I just want to have new tattoos on my abs. It's called six pack. But it goes with diet. But it goes by diet, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would actually be a good thing to tattoo a stomach, so you don't have to do any abs anymore. Like
Yeah.
like
that
CM
would be
Punk
awesome.
does. Like sure, no one cares.
Yeah. It was cool. Actually, I heard about the rumor. Like it was just a funny story, I think, because I used to hear like Randy Orton. Sometime he asked the creative team like his dad was always wearing a cast on his arm, like a gimmick, like his the arm
I
is
remember.
broken for Cowboy Bob. And Randy said like, what if I would have a cast on my midsection and and use it as a signature gimmick, and he didn't have to he never used to have a abs session or diet or train on his abs because it will be just like this. That's fun.
Okay.
So no.
Let's moving on. Favorite HCW opponent?
Just look in your eyes and you can see it.
No. I'm not in the conversation without me.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're one of them, of course.
Thank you.
I still love my our Iron Man matches. This is, I think, that's one of the best work we could ever have.
Oh yeah, so proud of that stuff.
Yeah, it was so much fun. HCW. Actually, I really like to wrestle anybody in there. The young guys are really passionate. Peter is one of them because we really have really good matches easily. So it's not a big effort to put a good match with Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of all of them. So it's never a big deal to make a good match with them. So really good. They are really good.
Cool. Okay, moving on. What is the worst place you've wrestled in? I don't know if this is the venue or this is the country on promotion. I don't know what exactly, but try to answer something along those lines.
Okay.
Because I'm wrestling in front of like 15 drunk Germans in 4 a.m. in the morning also, like almost. And yeah, that was the worst. Like, fuck that shit.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember one thing. It was, I think, this year or maybe last year. This year there was an office party, and office party, and 4 of us were booked for the 4-way. It was like a Rocky Balboa themed office team party. So. It was there was a curtain, and behind the curtain there was the HCW ring, and it was, actually it was a surprise. Actually, it was a surprise for the office workers. So it was kind of a I wouldn't say like New Year's Eve party or something like this, because I think it was this year, but it was some kind of office party, and we were the surprise. It was a Rocky Balboa themed party, like. Rocky clips everywhere. It was a really good venue, actually. So there was a Titantron, and there was a Rocky training video on the Titantron. And I think at 6 p.m. we had this little exhibition match show with a 4-way match with luchador masks, and one of us are like we were ourselves, or one of us with the mask on. It was fun. It was just a 5-minute exhibition match, but we were the surprise. So it was a really weird environment. But
Wait, who was
Yeah.
else? Who else was a part of this? Who did you wrestle there?
Peter, Maverick, and Zoltan Sali. Who else? I think that was the 4-way.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy
Oh
stuff.
my god.
They were looking for wrestlers to make an exhibition match for their party, and that was it.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. New Japan or WWE?
It's kind of, it really doesn't matter. I like both of them, of course, for different reasons. Entertainment wise, it's WWE, of course, but I really like this sports mentality, like competition, and in ring wise it will be New Japan. So I really like both of them, and I'm watching them regularly. So if I would be at the point like I have to choose, I would be the luckiest man on earth. So yeah, it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And how about you?
New Japan for me. I don't know. WWE is. I have many opinions about WWE. I don't like the fact that they are like stereotyping everything. Like you have a Croatian guy, fake Croatian guy, Dijakovic, and he needs to look like Stipe Miocic. And he came about when Croatia was in the finals of soccer championship or whatever the fuck. Like I don't like the fact that like they want masked wrestlers only from Mexico and maybe from Japan, but they don't want masked wrestler from anywhere else. Like every Japanese guy needs to be a karate guy. Every Mexican guy needs to be Eddie Guerrero, or even today, like they have some Eddie Guerrero gimmicks in the WWE with Latino heat and like.
Yeah. It's kind of getting back with Angel Garza.
Yeah,
with the red robes.
Yeah, every Russian is a heel. Every Bulgarian is a heel. Like, just let us be, man. Just let us be. I don't like that part of WWE, but I don't know. I feel like I would learn the most in WWE, but I like New Japan just as a pure wrestling art, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Yeah. My biggest goal in wrestling right now to wrestle in Japan. Anyhow, anywhere, just in Japan, just
Yep.
for a match. So it's
You would
like
be
just
awesome fit because you have this fucking crazy never giving up spirit in you. Like when we had like an Iron Man match, I was so fucking tired when that 28-minute mark was there, and you are still like pumping the car. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you on? Like, calm the fuck down. And this guy is still under the fire, like, I'm like, how the fuck? You really put the fire under my ass for that match. I was like, dude, just calm down. And he is like,
I
I
really
love
like
that.
the Iron Man matches, and
Yeah.
we only did just 30 minutes, so it was easy.
Yeah.
Actually, I hit rock bottom at the 18 minutes mark because that was after my comeback.
uh-huh.
Whew,
Oh, I
God.
remember with the dives and everything. That shit was so exhausting.
Yeah. I definitely need a shorter comeback because it was like, too many running spots and everything and fire and whoa.
Yeah, I remember in that match, I did a 450 on you, and I guess you were too far away, and I landed with my, not with my stomach, but with my lungs on you, with my rib cage, and it knocked the hell out of my breath, and I had to throw you outside of the ring just to get my breath in, like, I can't breathe.
Yeah. I remember you said like, I need a minute.
Yeah, I was done. I couldn't do shit after. My whole body was just folded like a lawn chair. Like, oh shit, I can't do this no more. I just throw out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that
Shit
was
happens,
that
shit
was that
happens.
was fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Favorite wrestling move?
Chop.
Chop, dude. Did you see that the guy died from the chop in Mexico like 3 months ago?
What?
Yeah, in Lucha Libre.
I missed that. What happened?
The guy was 26, 27, never had a heart issues or anything. The guy chopped the fuck out of him. He was a hard chopper. And he chopped him like that, like Kenzo Richards does, like.
Overhand, yeah.
Yeah, and the guy collapsed after the heart attack because he hit him here in the heart and he was dead. No more chops. Better get it here. You can actually die from a chop.
That's, oh my god, that's
Think about
devastating.
it. Think about it. Like, we don't know anything about this sport.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's devastating, man. Oh, then I missed this information, this situation.
Yeah, just Google it.
Mexico?
Like, Mexico. Guys, 27 years old dies after a chop. You can even see it on a video. Chops, collapses, down, out, dead.
Horrible, man.
Rest in peace. Dude, this is so terrible. I can't believe... I mean, think about all the chops that you took, like... And one of those could end your life.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's really, really harsh.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Yeah, move on. Okay. This was kind of similar, but yeah, let's get it. Who hit you the hardest in your career? What was the hardest hit you got in the career? I guess stiffest.
Who?
I guess what is the stiffest punch or hit you got in the career? Who stiffed you the most?
What's your pick?
Oh, I have for sure. Blake Steamer. Yeah, that guy punched me for real in our match. That guy just doesn't give a fuck.
No, actually not. I think I had my worst contact, like stiffest contact from Copain for Ollie.
Oh, really?
yeah, because it was like a clothesline to my chin, but it was like not for it was interventions like it was like third or fourth year. It was like 6-7 years ago, but it was like clothesline to my chin and almost knocked me out. That was one of the worst contact I had. Or Makai Renato's power bombs are not the best, but I ask. Sometimes I ask for them, so it's okay. But this dude is so strong. If you touch your chin like for real, for like your life depends on it.
Yeah, not much you can do. Yeah.
You still hit your back of the head still hits the floor, so it's really really hard. Yeah.
Silverback, bro. Silverback.
Yeah, silverback.
Jesus. Shout out to Renato Makai. Okay, let me get one more, then I hit you with the last two of mine.
Okay.
Interesting. If you are not a pro wrestler, what would you be?
I tried with soccer. Yeah, football.
And the ball goes to Tamas Szabo.
Yeah.
And the goal!
Score and a backflip for a celebration.
Yeah, what number would you have if you are a soccer player?
19.
19.
Yeah.
So you're like attacking one of the attacking.
It was really rare. It was really rare because most of the teams number has like until 18. Yeah. So it was like, 19, that's cool because they don't have it in every team. 19, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. From the age of 80, wrestling was my passion. So yeah, that's the best thing on earth.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
I like the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Last two questions from me.
Okay.
Okay. So, if you had to pick one pro wrestler that describes what is pro wrestling to you personally, just one guy, who would you pick? So if you want to show wrestling to somebody, that guy.
Yeah, like who's the guy who represents wrestling the most?
Yeah, for you personally.
For me personally. It could be, I think, wrestling. It could be Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart, I think.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one of those two, who would you pick?
I was growing up as a Bret Hart fan, but I would say Shawn Michaels.
Nice.
Yeah, because I kind of changed my mind on the way because of the fire. Because I really like Bret, and he's a technical wizard. He's the best technical wrestler.
Yep.
But Michaels was more universal. Like he was a high flyer, a technical. He could work. He could sell. He had more fire. So
chicks him. Everything.
Yeah,
and
everything.
His physique.
He was good at everything.
Yeah, his physique before his back injury. His physique. Yeah. That Shawn Michaels is the best. Not that one that returned that was kind of fucked up, kind of like Shawn Michaels 2.0. But the first Michaels. Yeah, that guy is a perfect pro wrestler.
Yeah, Michaels in the 90s. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He would be your pick as well, or who?
My pick would be Eddie Guerrero. I need to stick to my all-time favorite, Eddie. Viva la raza. Yeah,
he's one of my favorites. Yeah. Actually, I changed a lot in this character-wise question, because for now, for me now, the best worker, it's all about from three wrestlers. Like now I have three guys who I really watch in my free time. It will be Triple H because he has this good character and entrance and all the sizzles like sledgehammer and stories and dramas. He can make a really good. He can make any match work. As I turn heel in the last year, I just figure out how good of a worker Rick Rude was, Ravishing Rick Rude.
Good one.
And the people are sleeping on him, but watching back his matches, he is the original heel. The look, the presence, the guy, how he's carrying himself. He's the biggest heel and the original heel. He never turned babyface. He is character-wise another idol. And about intensity, Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero will be the best. Like, yeah. Like they are just from bell to bell. They are like boom, 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 like a machine.
Yeah,
both of them. So I really miss the intensity of professional wrestling nowadays because it's really choreographed and stuff like this. But these guys were in the ring like just to beat the hell out of each other. Like, they just wanted to win.
Yeah.
So
I believe if you showed like Guerrero,
overall,
Benoit,
just like the ideal wrestler.
Yeah. I believe if you choose like Benoit, Guerrero, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, if you show this to anyone, everyone will respect pro wrestling. Just you can't hate on it. Like, but what do you think about the statement that Chris Jericho said about heels in wrestling, that they can't be abs shredded and shit like that? Because someone was asking him why is he fat again, and he's like, heel in wrestling needs to be like not that good looking and shit like that. And you mentioned Rick Rude, and I feel like it fucking works for heels to be a fucking shredded motherfucker. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's a complete opposite. I really like Jericho and his work.
Of course,
but
one of the best.
This way, but in this way, if you're a shredded heel and good-looking heel, there's one more reason to hate you.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
As Ravishing Rick Rude made his entrance, you just saw him. You just take a look at him, and you saw he could kick your ass, and he could
fuck your girl.
He could grab your girlfriend and he can kick your ass. Well, that's it. So that's all the ultimate reason to hate him.
Yeah. People are haters, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, last question before I let you go. So, it's the same as I did with wrestling, but let's talk about music. If you had to choose one band or music artist that is most special to you, that would describe you the best, who would you pick?
I never was I never admired one group or one band. I liked songs, but as a band, I like classic rock. So let's say Bon Jovi.
Oh, nice!
I really love it because it's so classic. It's all about this 80s mentality.
Yeah.
That's fun. Bon Jovi's cool.
Look at this guy living on a prayer.
Yeah. How about you?
I don't know. I probably go with Creedence Clearwater Revival. I just think those are OGs of blues and classic rock and everything. Like you asked that question to Bon Jovi, I would probably say Creedence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Bad Moon Rising and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Every song is fucking good. Okay, man. Anything else you have to say to the fans, and what can we expect from you? When can you be back in action? You mentioned the underground. What's coming up with the life of Tamas Szabo NITRO?
Yeah. Nice pronunciation. Really proper.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I would just say like keep patient. So be patient, and hopefully around springtime this whole thing's gonna cut down a bit, or hopefully it's gonna cut out. So we will get back to the ring, and we will get back to the venues and travel a lot again, hopefully, because it's really hard to be positive, but we need to be. So just keep positive and keep yourself ready, because my another best saying is, if you're always ready, you don't need to be ready. So we'll see.
Well said.
I can't wait for the shows in front of the live crowd, and I'm really grateful that we have these Hungarian fans who are so passionate. Because at the end at the show, we had a really good crowd in September, I think. They felt on their skins like this event is something special, because we don't have supposed to be there, because we are in front of a COVID stuff. Everywhere else there was just
beautiful,
lockdowns and no people, and we had this extra show because the permanent situation in the virus case, so it was allowed to have a show for that day, and it was like a special day. They were so passionate, so keep this passion, and we're gonna get back to the live events. And I miss you, man. So
yeah, I miss you too, buddy.
Yeah. I really want to work with you in the near future, so get ready.
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing a lot more for myself, like in my country. So I will be traveling less to the Europe and more to the Hungary, I believe, with my students and everything else. Cool. Yeah, because I really think like when this thing starts, promoters gonna have less money, and now as expensive as it is with all the 4 flights I need to take, that my not only choice, but one of the only choices will be wrestling in Croatia. So I will focus my whole energy to rebuilding. I'm not rebuilding, but building from the start wrestling in Croatia. And just gonna work as much as I can with you guys, because I believe HCW, and I believe Passion Pro from Icarus and Dover is gonna do amazing also. So Hungary. Hungary does one of the best jobs in pro wrestling in Europe, maybe the best. So I will put all my energy into Hungary and Croatia, and we'll see what happens next. We'll see. Who knows?
Bring your trainees with you,
of course.
And we're gonna have a lot of fun in the HCW dojo as well.
Yeah, with the belt system.
Yeah, with the belt system. Yeah, that's cool.
Awesome.
That's good.
Well, it was good talking to you, man, and I wish you Merry Christmas and everything else. Hope you enjoyed the holidays. And so with that being said, I want to say also Merry Christmas to the fans and to the listeners and to the watchers of Affiliate Podcast. Have your last goodbyes for the fans, please, then I'll do the rest of the talking.
Okay, thank you, bro, and Merry Christmas to you, and I hopefully see you soon. And Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas, guys, and keep listening, keep watching us on YouTube, listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Podbean. And I'm drunk as fuck. This was Nitro and Kris Jokic for you, Affiliate Podcast, episode 21. See you guys next time.
See ya.